Young Kweku has it all teed up. And off we go from Minneapolis. Return coming from the 14. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Warren once more. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Duvernay comes in motion right. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. And it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
On 2nd down, Warren. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and the incompletion's still pretty good for the defense.
A 50-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. From midfield now. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On first down, it's Gibbs. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Field goal attempt coming now from Younghoe Koo. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. There's a flag down, and if this is defensive, could give him a first down. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down. So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. Has it in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Gibbs will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, we did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. They'll motion a tight end left. Shotgun now on 3rd down. He's got it.
Whether they meant to go to him or was an adjustment on the fly, That's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a first down. Now look, this crew defensively was prepared for it. Knew how to keep it short of the marker.
The kick by Lutz is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with Warren. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
On first down, Warren will cobble together a yard there. Up from the secondary, and is Rakestraw on the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Finds his back, Jaylen Warren. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Lone man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. This is Warren headed right. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Touchdown, Minnesota! So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with first and 10. He's going to throw this one. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense to the line for second down. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. All right, here we go. Second down. Trying again, following the sack. Hits him on the in route. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10 from the 41. Dropping back to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. Pass complete to Gibbs. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Finds his man over the middle. And he gets this forward to the 19.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he's swallowed up by one of the big guys up front right at the line. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. 3rd down from the gun. Catch made underneath by the back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Running for it. Here's Gibbs. And he can't find a lane before being wrapped up at the line. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying an inside give to Warren. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs, against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Slot man motioned over. On 2nd down, Warren gets it again. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
To the air, 3rd and long. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jack Campbell with the INT. And the Lions take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
At the 36-yard line.
First down, ball at the 36. Gibbs now from the gun. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5-6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Another one for Gibbs. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. They made it a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Throwing now, off play action. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Lions parlay the interception into points. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Younghoe Koo on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions tie things 10-10. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Warren. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Trying it right side with Chandler. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Now a give to Warren, coming light. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. The Vikings with a chance to score and take a lead into the locker room. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's on the move. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. The line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. McCarthy to throw it. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And that's good for a gain of 5. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. Here's 2nd and 5. Rolling left, buying some time. Now here he goes. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Throwing from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He calls his own number again. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Here's 2nd and 2. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
From the gun on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions, from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it's going to be Vikings football. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Completes this one to Gray. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage, to make that in cut and make the catch.
First down, ball at the 36. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Looking to throw. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Back to throw it. He's going deep this time. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Coming right is Gibbs. And he'll get it up to the 27. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
On 2nd and 9. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. No return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Got the big yards on the right side. He's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy finds his man Gray. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Now, after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. They're set up at the 35 now. They run with Warren. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Warren once more. And this is down across the 30 before it stopped. We got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll go again with Warren. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. And that's going to bring up a tough decision here for them on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Will Reichert now to try the Vikings field goal. First field goal was good. His second look from inside of 45 yards. Smith able to put it through. And they've taken back the lead.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Kickoff taken at the 3. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
They're on the 32-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They put a receiver in motion right. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Nice seam in the defense as he crosses the 45. And he's finally brought down just a yard shy of midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Every offense in the league today, they want a couple of guys on the roster capable of doing this. Players who can line up a receiver, running back, and make plays from both spots. It's where the NFL's been heading for years, and what a great example on that play.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Throwing now on 1st down. That's caught. He found some space. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Into the hands of Gibbs. And that play is brought to a halt. They're going to say at the 5-yard line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They've got a man in motion. Straight ahead with Gibbs, pushing for the end zone, and it lost the football. It's not loose. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate, will they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, and maybe go get that touchdown you know he so badly wants.
3rd and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. Now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it can be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense. That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kid.
Cool, all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Warren running between the tackles. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. On the ground with Warren. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out. Now it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Here's what I know. I know this one, Kate, from personal experience. After this one's over, QB, well, he's going to spend some time in that cold tub because he's been in so much time on the ground, taking a beating today. This offensive line, this offense has got to find a way to protect the passer.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Lions will go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's a 13-13 ball game as we get ready for the 4th quarter. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. This is complete to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm, and I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Pass play now. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And he's tackled for no gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it'll be their football. Ball at the 33 for first down. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. He's going deep. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
McCarthy trying again on second down. It's caught, Warren. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Tackle made there by the rookie from Arkansas.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Gotta figure out this third down here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He lets one fly deep downfield. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Mark that one down as a 35-yard punt in the end. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. On first down, it's Gibbs. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Gibbs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Just got it away before the hit button. It doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Back now, pressure on its way. Still going inside the 35. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They find 21 yards and get the first down. Oh, baby, what a call to go for it on 4th. On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll throw it. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with Warren. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
On 2nd down, Warren. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
He's back to throw. Completed to his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. He'll throw it. That's cut beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And the conversion sets them up with a new set of downs. Only one timeout left, but they do have the 2-minute warning coming up as well. They've got 1st and 10. McCarthy looking to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air, McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And they get this down to the 28. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Catch is made in close. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Warren can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. To throw. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Going for it with Warren. And an opening doesn't materialize. He's cut near the line of scrimmage. He can't find the end zone. They stop him, and they'll still trail as they turn it over on downs.
Man, what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across, but there was no overcoming a front just as equally motivated to get off the field.
Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So it's 2nd down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Dialing up a receiver screen. They actually completed that pass, Brock, but you wouldn't know it looking at the results.
You don't see too many completions end with points in possession for the other side.
Yes,
I think that's one the entire offense wishes the receiver just would have let fall to the ground.
And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Setting up to pass. Hockenson reels it in. And he's out of bounds past midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Back to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Lions make the play that should win them this game.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. It's a pickup of 11. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.